Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you my new foundation routine. So first of all, I'm going to be taking my Mary Kay oil mattifier, and this is my favorite product of all time. In this, I've already moisturized and cleansed my face with my favorite soap and moisturizer. But with this, I'm just going to go ahead and pat this into my skin. It really just takes the oil away and keeps it away all day long. It's not necessarily a primer for foundation, but it just kind of primes your face so that your makeup stays on a little bit better all day. And I dropped the cap, so there's that awkward face. Next, I'm going to be taking my Naked Skin Urban Decay Beauty Balm. I'm going to take about a pea-size shape amount and put that in the center of my palm, as you can see, and just start dotting that around my face and rubbing it in as if it was another moisturizer. What this does is it moisturizes your face, and it is a primer for any liquid foundation or foundation in general that you will use. I feel like an Indian, just kind of like rubbing it all over, making my marks and stuff. There's some more rubbing. Now I do put it a little bit on my eyelids and under my eyes just to kind of moisturize that area a little bit more, and also to prime that area for the foundation, because I do put foundation in those areas. Next, I'm going to be taking my Naked Skin Urban Decay Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup Foundation. It's paraben free and light diffusing, and it's in the shade 2.0. What this means with the paraben free is that it doesn't give you breakouts. But with this, I'm going to be taking my Full Flawless Face brush by Bare Minerals. I actually got a new brush to use. It's a Mary Kay one that's actually made for liquid foundation, and I've started using that, but I really didn't feel like filming it again, guys. Sorry. But as you can see, I'm just kind of rubbing it onto my face with the brush, and then I'm going to start rubbing it onto the skin with my hands. Since I got the Mary Kay foundation brush, I've just used the brush all over my face. I haven't used my hands, but if you don't have a real foundation brush, hands are fine. Also, if you have one of those really cool egg looking things, yeah, use that too. That's really cool. I've been looking for one of those. So I'm just covering my whole face right now. And the reason that I put the foundation onto the back of my hand instead of directly on the brush is I just find it easier to get the right amount that I want to apply. And there you see me getting onto my eyes, which is where I wanted and what I was talking about earlier. Some people don't do that, but I think that it really is just easier to make all of your skin one complete color, and so I put it on my eyes as well. This really isn't a heavy foundation at all, which is part of the reason that I like it so much. It's really light and stays on well all day. And if you all are wondering why I'm just using a brush for the nose, my nose was really dry that day, like the actual skin on my nose, so I didn't want to rub it and irritate it more, so I just kind of patted it onto my nose with the brush. Now I'm going to be applying it to my neck and my ears and my chest area too, because you don't want to have your face one color and the rest of you another, and so you just kind of blend it in everywhere to make it look a little more even all over. That's what it should look like. And now we're moving on to concealer. I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay FBI 24/7 concealer pencil. It's kind of the crayon one, but what I'm going to be doing is just, first of all, I'm going to start with my eyes, and it's better to conceal your eyes in a triangular way instead of just under in that kind of half moon way. Because with the triangle, it highlights the entire eye and conceals any circles or anything that go down more towards your cheeks, and it also just highlights the whole face. I'm putting it into the corners of my nose as well, because that's kind of a place where I get most oily, and now I'm just awkwardly leaning towards the mirror and stuff because I'm trying to find all the other blemishes that I have. Now I'm just going to take a couple fingers and start patting this in, and the reason that I use my fingers is because my body temperature of my fingers is going to kind of melt the concealer, because it is a kind of wet sort of texture. It'll melt it down onto the skin, and it really just, the patting motion of the fingers kind of takes all the makeup onto the skin and keeps it there. Makes it more permanent, I feel. Patting and tapping, that's what you gotta do. Alright, next I'm going to be taking my Mary Kay cheek contour brush. Sorry, had to think of the name. I was like, what is that? And the color Warmth from Bare Minerals, or any sort of bronzer that you like. So just tapping a little bit onto the lid. And the way that I find my contour line is if you put your finger right next to your ear, a little bit below it, you'll be able to feel a little dent, and that's the beginning of your cheekbone. So you want to follow that line diagonally down your face, which is what I did there. Doing the same on the other side, and I know that it looks like a crazy lot, but I am a little bit of a bronzer freak, and I use a lot, I know I do. But it'll blend out fine, I promise. Funny faces for the win. Alright, now I'm going to be taking my Posh powder brush and my Physicians Formula Mineral Talc Free blush. Going to tap the brush in there, however much blush you want. I'm going to tap a little bit of the excess off. I'm going to smile, find the apples of my cheeks, and move it in kind of a buffing circular motion up to the top corners of my face, a little bit closer to the temple, not all the way up there, but just enough so that it looks like an even round area. Going to repeat the same on the other side, just kind of a buffing motion, buffing circular motion, evening it out a little bit. That's what it should look like. And no, it looks like a lot, but I promise what we're going to do next is going to fix that. Alright, now I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Flawless Face brush, and my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, or just any translucent powder that you have. Basically, the Flawless Face and the full Flawless Face, the one that I'm using right now is a smaller version of the full Flawless Face. And again, I'm just going to kind of buff this into my skin. It really evens out any kind of skin tone discoloration. And also, because I do like to use so much blush and bronzer, that it really just kind of evens it out and just gives me that warm, sun-kissed and rosy glow that I want to have. I'm putting it under my eyes especially because I like to set that foundation, because I realize that those creases kind of get messed up. And no, I'm not putting the mineral veil on to my neck and chest and ears because I don't really feel like it needs it. Alright, lastly, I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray, and this is fabulous. I hate going anywhere without it. So I'm just spraying in an X on my face. You can also spray in a T-zone sort of way. Now I'm just looking like an idiot and flapping air onto my face. Speed flap! I look like I'm trying to fly. Wow. I look really dumb. Alright, that is the finished look. Normally for school and such, I would just use not the whole bronzer and blush, but if you're going out somewhere, I like to do this. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.